Jim, Bob, and Michelle have been spotted living it up, or at least vacationing, on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship named Wonder of the Seas. And this is not just any little sailboat, guys. Wonder of the Seas is one of the largest cruise ships out there, jam-packed with a variety of shows, activities, restaurants, and who knows what else. It's basically a floating city. Can you imagine the Duggars stepping into a Las Vegas-style performance or chilling by a cocktail bar? That's the vibe people are speculating on, and folks are going wild about it online. Given how scandalous and serious the charges against Josh were, the Duggars largely retreated from the spotlight, especially Jim, Bob, and Michelle, who had previously been front and center in their TV shows. The family as a whole had also been grappling with internal strife. Some sources have reported there was an intense divide between those who wanted to stand by Josh and those who believed he needed to be held fully accountable by law. If you're anything like me, you might find the intricacies of their family dynamics quite fascinating, albeit sad. Let's talk about the cruise itself. A post on Reddit apparently kicked off this whole thing, claiming that not only were Jim, Bob, and Michelle on board, but their kids Jason, Jana, and Josie were there too. Some cruise-goers even said they spotted a few of the Duggar sons from afar, but couldn't ID them precisely. It almost sounds like a game of, is that a Duggar, or is that just a random person in a maxi skirt? But in all seriousness, the Reddit thread blew up, with numerous people chiming in, confirming or questioning the sighting. Naturally, the online discussion has run the gamut. Some folks express shock at seeing such a conservative family on a cruise. After all, cruise culture can be associated with sunbathing, swimming pools, nighttime clubs, and, let's be real, plenty of fruity cocktails. Others said, hey, they can do whatever they want. It's just a vacation. Still, you can't ignore that there's a wave of commentary suggesting it feels contradictory for Jim, Bob, and Michelle to appear on a massive ship known for its lavish entertainment and party-like atmosphere when their entire brand was about modest living. Now, there's more behind the scenes. Even though the Duggars have been in semi-hibernation from public scrutiny, they haven't exactly vanished. Word on the street is they've been trying to mend fences with some estranged family members. You might remember that Jill Duggar, one of their daughters, distanced herself from her parents in recent years due to disagreements over finances and overall freedom. The rumor mill claims that Jim, Bob, and Michelle have been quietly making efforts to bond again with Jill. Meanwhile, they've reportedly been helping their daughter Jana with renovations on her home in Nebraska. So it's not as if the entire family is fractured beyond repair. There are glimmers of hope and attempts at reconciliation, if you believe certain insiders. However, the real question swirling around the rumor circuit is, why a cruise now? Is this a random getaway, or are they planning a new angle? Maybe content for a future YouTube channel or an upcoming special. That possibility might sound off the wall, but hear me out. TLC has not announced any new shows featuring the Duggars, but the family is definitely still in the public eye. Jana's wedding garnered plenty of coverage. There were even film crews spotted at her ceremony, which led fans to speculate about a possible TV special or spin-off. In the end, Jana posted her 2-part wedding video on YouTube, which might indicate the Duggars are shifting to more independent media. They can control the narrative that way, right? And these days, that's a huge deal, maintaining control of your story on your own platforms, away from the constraints of network TV. So, does this cruise fiasco tie into all of that? Could the Duggars be filming some sort of "we're coming back" segment or trying to gauge public interest in them again? Honestly, no one can say for sure, but the theories are swirling. Some fans online believe they might just be normal people trying to enjoy a vacation away from the stress of real life. Others say this is all part of a bigger PR strategy. In other words, the rumor mill is on overdrive. I'd love to know what you guys think. Are Jim, Bob, and Michelle just a couple who needed a break from their troubles? Or do you smell something fishy brewing behind the scenes? Let me know in the comments, because you know I read all your feedback, and I'm dying to see if you're as suspicious or as open-minded as some fans are. It's interesting how the Duggars provoke such strong reactions. People either genuinely admire them for maintaining strong faith values despite controversies, or can't get past the allegations tied to Josh and the reported cracks in the family facade. This cruise sighting exemplifies that dual reaction. Some are basically shrugging and saying, let them do their thing, while others are up in arms, seeing it as further evidence of hypocrisy. There's also a pocket of fans who are eager for any sign of new family drama or an opportunity to critique them for something as mundane as going on a holiday. And to be fair, after so much time spent in the public eye, no matter what the Duggars do, it will probably stir debate. Now, for anyone who might be curious whether this cruise confirmation means a new show is absolutely around the corner, pump the brakes. TLC hasn't made any official announcements. Some think the family's brand is too toxic at the moment for a straightforward comeback. Others note that reality TV thrives on controversy, so never say never. The fact that Jana had film crews at her wedding, crews that presumably had some purpose beyond a single home video, has fueled speculation. People wonder if Jana's wedding video was meant as a pitch to networks. Look, we still have a massive following, and we know how to draw viewers. On the other hand, maybe the Duggars are just pivoting to self-produced content. That's a big trend right now. Celebrities controlling their own releases, whether through Patreon, YouTube, or other subscription-based services. If they can keep a loyal audience, they could feasibly bypass the typical TV route. Imagine the entire family launching their own streaming channel or weekly vlog. Would you watch it? Maybe, if they spill all the behind-the-scenes tea. Then again, given how private they seem about the big controversies, I'm not holding my breath for that kind of transparency. If you're wondering how this ties into the rumored family conflict about Josh, some insiders speculate that Jim Bob's choice to be so openly on a cruise, especially after trying to defend Josh initially, might be a sign he's done caring about public perception. Or it could be that they finally feel the dust has settled enough that the worst is behind them. But with Josh in prison, the story is far from over. People are curious how the rest of the kids are coping and whether Michelle is supportive of all these recent changes or simply going along with what her husband decides. There are so many threads to unravel, and I can only imagine how those who idolized this family's moral image back in the day must be feeling right now. No matter which side you land on, one thing's for sure: the Duggars are never dull. From family feuds to rumored TV comebacks and controversial arrests, it seems there's always a new angle to explore. And that's exactly what keeps me, and I'm guessing a lot of you, tuning in to any fresh piece of Duggar-related news. Drama aside, it's just fascinating to watch how a once wholesome, widely beloved reality family navigates scandal, publicity, and attempts to reclaim a narrative on their own terms. And hey, I will be here, popcorn in hand, bringing you all the updates as soon as they drop. If you made it this far into the video, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to me that you chose to spend this time hanging out on my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It really supports my channel and ensures more people can discover these juicy discussions. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing if you enjoyed this deep dive. We do loads of analysis, from reality TV controversies to celebrity gossip and everything in between. Plus, who doesn't love a good dissection of the day's most scandalous headlines? All right, my lovely viewers, that's all for today's update. But remember, this story is far from over. There are always new rumors swirling around the Duggar family, so keep an eye on your news feeds. Also, don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your theories, your questions, and your hot takes on whether or not this signals a grand Duggar renaissance, or just a casual attempt to soak up some sun on a giant ship. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a fabulous day, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Bye, everyone!